empty cup. Just crack a smile and fill it up. Fill it up.
Why don't more infant formula companies use organic, grass-fed whole milk instead of skim? Why don't more infant formula companies use the latest breast milk science? Why don't more infant formula companies run their own clinical trials? Why don't more infant formula companies use more of the proteins found in breast milk? Why don't more infant formula companies have their own factories instead of outsourcing their manufacturing? We wondered the same thing. So we made ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com. Breast milk science. It's a thing. And it's our thing. We're ByHeart. We're an infant formula company on a mission to get a lot closer to the most superfood on the planet, breast milk. Our patented protein blend has more of the important and most abundant proteins found in breast milk. We're the first and only US-made formula to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, not skim. We make our formula in our own factories in Iowa, Oregon, and Pennsylvania, using a small batch manufacturing process that works to preserve the integrity of our ingredients. We ran the largest clinical trial by a new infant formula company in 25 years, and clinically proved benefits like easier digestion, less gas, and softer poops versus a leading infant formula. We were the first infant formula company to earn the Clean Label Project Purity Award. And while we've put a lot into ByHeart, there's a long list of things you won't see on our ingredient list, like no corn syrup, no maltodextrin, no GMO ingredients, no soy, no palm oil. ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
Welcome to After the Final Pour, brought to you by The Malting Hour. I am one of your hosts, Tony Golick, joined always with
Brandon Winninger.
Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good. Here we are now. I thought today was gonna be colder when I woke up.
So did I.
It's nice outside today.
It's not. I mean, it's not. Yeah, for Chicago, it's nice. I guess it's supposed to be like 60 tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, things are looking up. It's finally gonna be spring. We had the fake spring or the false spring, then back into winter again.
Second winter.
Yeah, second winter. The fall spring though that we had lasted a long time.
Yeah.
It was like a long stretch of like really nice weather.
Was it Thursday or Friday that it snowed? Like that
Friday.
It was like sticky.
This Friday. Yeah, Friday.
It was funny because we woke up in the morning and we always ask.
No, it was Thursday.
Well, whatever day it was, we always ask Alexa, stop. We always ask her. We have a command to like start our day, and it turns the lights on in the bedroom, reads us the weather, and then it actually reads our calendar and tells us what's on our calendar.
Yeah.
Benjamin heard the temperature. He's like, "It's cold." He's like, "I hate the cold. I hate it. When's it gonna be warm?" So he was like huffing and puffing. He came down the stairs and he saw, like, out the window, he saw snow. He's like, "It snowed? I love snow." It's like, you can't have it both ways, kid.
Yeah, buddy. Come on. That's really funny.
Yeah, so we dealt with that. But yeah, it's been crazy. But I think tomorrow's supposed to be, somebody was saying 60.
I'm looking forward to it.
Rainy, but 60.
I'll take the rain.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the rain. It'll be nice.
That just means it's probably a little higher humidity.
Yeah. That's fine. You know, as long as it's not, 90 degrees and humid. That's when I'm like, no thanks.
Indeed.
My friends in Florida. Brandon, you're taking a sip, but I'm going to ask you anyways. What are we drinking today?
We are drinking On and On Part 4, a collaboration between Half Acre Brewing Company and Revolution Brewing Company. Ooh.
Let's take a sip of that. Oy, oy, oy.
Yeah, it's packs a punch.
It is a Imperial Stout, 17.3% ABV. I'm glad we're just splitting this can, as I'm looking forward to whatever meal I'm going to eat after this, as I've only had some pretzel sticks today. Oh, by the way, Brandon and I decided to be productive and we're recording this during the day.
Yeah, look at this.
Look at that. Which means by the time I go home, I can actually edit this and have it ready to go. Anyways, so it's an Imperial Stout. It's double barrel-aged Imperial Stout, 4th edition of a collaboration with Revolution Brewing. Early Sips Land Letter. Okay. What? Early Sips Land Letter of the Law. Double barreled, twice dipped feel of Elijah Craig 18-year and a mix of Willet 6 and 9-year barrels.
All right.
Can I read that again?
Sure.
Early Sips Land Letter of the Law, double-barreled, twice dipped feel of Elijah Craig 18-year and a mix of Willet 6 and 9-year barrels. The fuck?
I appreciate you reading the comments too.
Yeah. I just
helped you through it.
Yeah, like what the hell? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's a kind of a mishmash of a.
I don't. Okay, fine. You know what? That is.
What are you saying?
Yeah, I'll take it. I don't fully understand. I'm glad I got some of the description there, but yeah, this is aroma wise. It reminds me of smelling Revolution's Death Star.
Yep.
Or Death Star, however you want to call it.
It's in that wheelhouse.
And swirling it around, it opens up more. There's a lot of chocolate, booze.
Indeed.
I'm getting like booze.
Heavy booze.
Heavy bourbon booze. Maybe a little vanilla-y, some oaky notes, things like that.
This was definitely barrel aged.
Yeah, there's definitely some barrels. What do you think of it, Brandon?
I actually really like it. I think I like it because it's not thick and boozy. It's it's borderline. It's still kind of whatchamacallit. I guess thin, but it's not like pastry stout thick. But it does still have a little bit of body to it. I don't know. It's just weird. I like the texture. I like the way it drinks. I love the booze flavor. I'm glad I'm only doing half of this.
Yeah.
Because it's super, super boozy, but like there's not a lot of beers out there that are like that I enjoy, because there's other things that complement it so well, and I think this is a pretty well done base.
Yeah, I really, as far as barrel aged beers go, I mean we're very spoiled here in Chicago, and especially having two awesome breweries like Half Acre and Revolution continuing to do these collaborations is really exciting and awesome. And it's nice now that I feel like before I used to just have barrel aged beers and be like, oh, I like the barrel flavor, and oh yeah, there's chocolate, like all kind of the descriptors of what I gave, and that's pretty much all I like. Now I feel like I'm getting more. You can tell a difference in barrel aged beers. It's not just. I mean, I don't know if this is making any sense. I'm mainly just going off of the way I'm perceiving it, because I used to just like, yes, you can taste differences in barrel-aged beers, obviously, if there's adjuncts or the way that it was done and body and stuff like that. But this specifically, because I've had all the other on and ons, this one's really packing a punch. I feel like it's teetering close to maybe too much of the. And maybe it'll mellow out. Maybe I'm going to let this warm up and see what happens there. It's not ice cold, but it's nice and cold. That's a good one. It's not ice cold. It's nice. But I like it. I like it a lot.
What was
it's very tasty.
ABV on part 3?
Let me check. Let me pull that up real quick, because it was on one of the searches. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. I will say that this does not... It doesn't feel like a 17%...
No, but you could definitely get the booziness. And I just took another sip, and I actually, like, in the back of my throat, I almost got a little bit of a bourbon burn. I was like, ooh. But super, super tasty.
There's a lot of barrel. This is a very...
barrel forward, yeah.
And it's boozy. It feels like there's a shot. Like I'm drinking a shot.
It's almost like if you had like a D-Star and then dropped a shot of bourbon in it.
Yeah, so, kind of like that. That's kind of what I'm getting. By the way, part 3.
Could try that sometime.
Part 3 was 16%.
Okay, so we're in the wheelhouse.
Part 2 was 13, and part 1 was 14. So
what's part 5 gonna be?
I don't know. I'm terrified.
To turn into Utopia.
It's just a 20% syrup at that point. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with this beer. Thank you for sharing it with me. Also, it was kind of released out of nowhere. Yeah,
I just happened to see it. I don't think I saw anything on social media. Maybe I did. I don't know. I know it popped up on Ozner, and I was like, So I went ahead and bought it. And I almost forgot about it because it was a short pickup window. It was like last Saturday to like today. Yeah. And I had completely forgot about it this week. And then I looked at the date and I was like, oh man, I got to make my way over there. So Friday I went and picked it up. I stopped in and I tried on tap the On and On pecan vanilla, which was fantastic. Had great, like a toasted pecan flavor. The vanilla was there. It was subtle, but it was more of like that kind of like vanilla extract type flavor, more than like vanilla bean. or maybe kind of like a mix of the two. But it was, it was very pleasant.
I wonder, depending on what they used, if they did use real vanilla beans, I wonder if the booziness maybe gave off that vanilla extract-y flavor.
Probably. I mean, because that one was 17.5% or whatever it was too. So that one was high up there.
Did they have any other variants?
They did. They had that and then some other ones.
Cool. Yeah, sorry to put you on the spot there. I wasn't expecting you to memorize that. I probably should have asked you before we started recording.
No, so and like that was the one that appealed to me the most because
I know that. By the way, I'm going to sneak into the Ritz bits over here. I need to make sure that I can get home safely. Sorry about the crackling, crunching. I just like Revolution. There's always like some variants put on tap. I do appreciate that and enjoy that when it comes to these special releases. Is that those will pop up.
So there was really one other one. So they were serving on Part 4. I didn't want to try it because I wanted to try it here. Oh, this says it contains honey.
Whoa. What?
Yeah, on Part 4 it says contains honey.
Why isn't that in the description?
I don't know. But then they had an on old fashioned.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I did not try that. I probably should have.
What are you doing the rest of the day?
Also contains honey. And then on pecan vanilla contains honey, nuts, and sea salt. And then they had a 3-year barley wine. Apple brandy, barrel-aged barley wine.
Oof, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
I know there's certain people out there who don't really care for
And then they were
wines.
serving double barrel VSOD and petite VSOJ.
Did I have that? Clark, did you have that? No, I haven't tried that one yet, Tony. Sorry, Clark, that was you being here.
I live at Revolution. I should know everything. I'm a subscriber to their Deepwood series.
Speaking of which, are you going to jump in on the Supermassive Cafe Death at all?
No.
All right. Good. Glad we're caught up on that. Apparently, I'm the only one who wants to do it. So
I would.
Yeah, I know.
We just...
if you're interested, I'm going to grab some.
We're having our... we pulled the trigger. We're getting our deck done. So
You can't buy beer anymore.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. We went...
We're closing up shop on the podcast.
We went on Tuesday. We picked out our colors and everything like that and put the deposit down. So they said by the end of April they'll have us done. So
Oh, seriously? Like the whole deck will be done?
yeah.
Wow.
3 days.
That's awesome.
3 days and done, and then they're putting in a little access gate so we can get in there, and the guy's like, how big do you think you want this gate to be? I was like, it's got to fit a body, and he just started cracking up, and I was like, no, I gotta get my fat ass in there if I need to get something. He's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, I'm not putting bodies under there yet. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing the Supermassive Cafe Death. Damn you, spaceship.
I didn't say it. Brandon got to it first.
My family needs warmth.
We just said it was nice outside. What the hell? We got... This is why we need to
freeze, people.
So I am going to grab that. I know Clark is not a fan of the coffee stouts anymore. The first time I had Supermassive Cafe Death was during the pandemic.
He said any more? Did he like coffee stouts before?
I don't know. I know he's not a fan of them now.
Does he like coffee?
Oh yeah, I think he's a coffee
weirdo.
drinker. I know. I think it's a coffee beer. He just doesn't get down on it anymore.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
Like I said, I remember having it during the pandemic, like I said, in the fire and stuff. Like that was nice. I remember like falling in love with that beer. I'm like, because I like coffee. I like coffee beers, especially when they're done right. And that's just so much coffee in that beer. And then it's barrel aged. It's awesome.
Dude, and I think like the first ever barrel aged coffee beer I had was probably Bourbon County.
Yeah, same here.
Barrel aged. I mean, I may have had other things that weren't barrel aged, but like that was like the barrel aged that was like, and whenever this was like 2012 or 13, I was like, dude, I was in love with that beer. That was like so fantastic.
So good. Speaking of which, Jewel out in Hoffman Estates, I was walking through their liquor section because I was grabbing some beers to bring over to a family party yesterday. I ended up going with Maplewood Charlatan. At first, I thought I grabbed Son of Juice, until I got to the party, and I was
Whoopsie-daisy.
I got Charlatan, which I'm happy with as well.
Yeah.
I love Charlatan. They had this Jewel, our grocery store, local grocery store, had Bananas Foster and the Backyard Rye for $15 sitting on the shelf.
Really?
It's a nice deal because the people are still charging like $25 for those. So.
Yeah. And it's funny because like I've seen so many mixed reviews about that Bananas Foster, and I'm like, I liked it
a lot.
I was
And
like-
for the $15, I might check other Jewels. I don't think I would necessarily go all the way back out to Hoffman to grab it, but you know, even at Binny's, like they haven't dropped the prices on it, and they got a bunch sitting there. Like,
Yeah, the only one they drop the price on, like occasionally, is regular. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go in there and $11.99 or $9.99. Like it varies depending on the week.
It's
I'm like,
it's funny because like sometimes when I see like a regular, depending on where I'm at, if I see a regular Bourbon County like just sitting there, I'll grab one every now and then. And be like, you know what, I haven't had a Bourbon County in a little while, which is kind of nice. Like that's what I do like about the overproduction of it now. Maybe not overproduction, but the fact that it does sit on the
more
shelf.
availability.
Yeah, the availability of it is nice. I like to have that option, just like any other beer, where it's sitting there on the shelf and I can grab it if I want it.
Was it last year? I think it was last. I feel like it was last year after the release. We were talking about this, and you were saying that like almost every time you went to Jewel, they had them at the counter, and you're like, I'll just grab one.
Yeah. Might have been last year or the year before, but yeah, that's
might as well have one.
I did not do that this year. I've not done that this year.
I haven't bought any other Bourbon County this year. So.
Yeah, I bought one other Bananas Foster after the initial purchase, and really, I will say that like Prop Day gave me an idea of what I wanted. Now I do still see like I think it's been long enough now. Did you get an allotment? Did you buy an allotment this year?
No.
No, right? You didn't.
I won, but
right, you didn't
I
end up getting it. So you didn't go and buy anything. You and I did the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of want to at some point, because it's still sitting around. Maybe sooner than later. Maybe I'll do it. To get like the Eagle Rare and the Angel's Envy again, to give those a try.
Oh yeah.
Just to try them again. I know you got the
Should do a
bottle
side by
of-
side with the Eagle Rare.
I'll see if
Like
we
we
can
did
get
with
some
the
Angel's Envy.
Blandons.
Yeah, exactly. But you still have just a very small amount left.
Like
Just pour it in your beer right now. Make it a triple barrel.
somebody. When we had the Super Bowl party, somebody came and they were like, not that I have like an impressive collection or much anymore, but like the guy was like, "Oh, you've got Eagle Rare," and then
No, you still have a really.
the Colonel Taylor, he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "Man, I'd love to try." I was like, "Look, you can try anything here." I was like, "But if the bottle's not open, you tell me first so I can try it with you."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you have. It's funny because like you have a nice selection of bourbons like there, and it's funny because a lot of them aren't open. And for every time that we have hung out and I've come by, I've been like, you know what? I'm gonna ask him if he wants to have. Honestly, I would say 9 out of 10 times when I come by, I'm like, I'm gonna ask him if he wants to try that tonight. And then once I get here and then we have a couple of beers, I'm like, next time, we don't need to try all that. Although
Yeah, I gotta get I've been putting Jim Beam in that decanter.
Really?
Over there. Yeah,
Nice. We just
cheap and good.
tried the Clark and Sheffield bourbon.
Oh, how was that?
Pretty good.
Really?
And then just tried the Binny's brand vodka.
Oh, okay. I was curious about that.
1.75 milliliter bottle for about $15.
Okay,
Hey man, you make vodka sodas with those and lime, delicious.
that's
Very
like the
good.
cost of like what they charge at like Costco or
Yep.
Sam's Club.
It's totally worth it. Same thing with the Clark and Sheffield bourbon's pretty good. You can use it for a mixer or whatever, I mean, yes, I've had it like on the rocks and everything.
Yeah.
But it's not like something that I'm like, I don't know. It's not. It's good.
Yeah, I'm
especially
curious
for
to-
the price point.
I'm curious to know who distills it for them.
Just ask, dude.
Yeah.
They'll tell you.
The guy at the counter. Hey,
Who distills this?
who makes this? This is made by like Absolute or Svedka. This is Grey Goose, isn't it? Isn't it Grey Goose? There's a rumor that like the Costco brand or the Sam's brand was like actually Grey Goose.
Yeah,
and like
I've heard that forever. Whether it's true or not sure. But I mean, that's the thing. Kirkland has contracts with distilleries to basically make this for us, and they just put their name on it.
Well, it falls into the same category of like if you go to Jewel and you buy their signature brand like macaroni and cheese, there's a good chance it's made by Kraft.
I didn't know that.
And it's just rebranded, yeah. Because you're literally buying the packaging.
Yeah.
And it's like that with like cereals and like there's so much.
I've always been, what a weird tangent we're going off around here. I've always been, when I go to like Aldi, and I remember the first time decided for the family we're going to do Aldi shopping. My daughter wanted Lucky Charms. And I'm like, you're getting Lucky Stars from Aldi.
Thank you, Lucky Stars.
She tried it, or whatever it's called. She tried it. She's like, it's not the same. I go, trust me, though. Have another bowl. You're going to... Yes, it's not the same, but it is the same. It's the same damn cereal.
You should have bought a box of Lucky Charms and just started refilling.
You know what? It would be funny because she probably would have been like, something's wrong with these Lucky Charms. Like, damn it, she's onto me.
No, they're not. They're magically delicious.
I like Lucky Stars.
Have you gone to the new one that's opened up?
I've not yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
I thought about going there today. I need to get some.
I saw an ad pop up and I showed it to Becca. It was like, she's into whipped cream cheese. I'm like, $1.99 for like a 16-ounce thing of whipped cream cheese? She's like, dude, we gotta go.
Whipped cream cheese. You ever made cauliflower mash?
Yes.
Here's a trick. Get some cauliflower. Boil it. Pop it in your food processor, whatever. Take the whipped cream cheese, but get the onion and chive one.
Ooh.
Dump that in there, puree it, blend it up. You don't need to add salt or butter or anything. It's now like a cream cheese cauliflower.
Ooh, I will try that.
But it's like mashed potato. Oh my god, it's so good.
I'm down for that.
Welcome to the cooking hour. One day, you guys know, we'll eventually branch out into something like that.
It's all about tangents, man.
We really can't slam this beer like any other.
I know.
It's gonna stretch it. All right, Brandon.
I mean, I feel like I'm drinking it quick, but I'm like, I'm not.
I was looking at you, looking at me. I'm like, no, we're pretty
Roughly.
I may have gone a little bit more than you, Brandon. Because they're. Well, let me check something real quick. Oh, the can's over there. I think I can check it out here. Give me 1 second. I am going to look at this now, and I'm going to keep talking as if nothing else needs to be said. So, mushrooms and skulls have to do with like the mascots for these on and on. We'll go like this. Chair hit me. We'll do skulls and mushrooms. So I'm gonna ask you, Brandon, how many skulls are you gonna give? I said that weird. How many skulls are you gonna give this?
I was gonna say, what are skulls?
This beer is starting to kick in on my empty stomach.
I'm gonna say about 4.5.
4.5 skulls. Yeah. Skulls. Roads.
Yeah, I'll do 4.5.
All right.
You want to go mushrooms?
I'll do mushrooms. Yeah. I'll do mushrooms, dude. It's a Super Bowl all over again. I'm gonna go 4.25. Okay. 4.3. Yeah, between there. 4.3. I like it. Yeah, it's really good. I just would like, I don't know, maybe a little bit more balance on the barrel, but it's a double barrel beer, so you know, I'm not. It's
you getting.
It's really
delivering what they're saying. So
yeah. Would I have this again? 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna remind you, like, don't you have part 4?
I'm happy that there's 2 because I do want to let this one sit for a while and see how it is. And like,
was it 2-pack?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like a year maybe.
Nice. So you got that. Don't you have all of them except for 2?
Probably.
Because I don't remember 2 coming out in cans. I remember us. If we missed it, we did try part 2 though, or at least I did, when Clark and I took you to. Or went to Half Acre to hang out before your surprise birthday.
I think I tried it though.
Yeah, you may have.
I may have had it.
So we've had all of them, but I don't remember it getting like a release.
Yeah.
Very weird. Digging back into the Ritz in the background.
Sitting on the Ritz.
Well, I think that's gonna do it for this week, buddy.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, anything else you want to say? Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Always look forward to these. And Rev is also about to, like we said, the Supermassive Cafe Death, but they're also, if I read that email correctly, some of the not crazy, but the one-offs and draft-only variants that were on tap at one point, they are now going to do releases of in the 19.2 ounce cans. So it'll be like a big pour of random stuff they did. So random barrel-aged deep-wood beers that weren't packaged before. They were just draft options only. So that's pretty exciting. We'll probably have some of those as well. And, you know, if you haven't already, remember to, if you're in Chicago or you're coming to Chicago on April 25th, the Meals on Wheels Chicago on tap.
Just going to say that.
Yeah, raising money for a good cause. As you guys know, we talked about it last week. And, yeah, go get your tickets. There's a code.
Shy on Tap VIP.
Ooh, yeah. I was going to say go listen to the episode, but there you go, Brandon. I'm a good guy. Yeah.
I posted it on social today.
Damn it!
Because Meals on Wheels posted it too. So
Damn
I
it!
was like, all right.
I was trying to make it a big surprise.
Yeah.
Now you guys all know it.
You said it in the last episode.
Yeah, that's right. Brandon, love you, buddy.
Love you too, man.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye. Skulls.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media.
Why don't more infant formula companies use organic, grass-fed whole milk instead of skim? Why don't more infant formula companies use the latest breast milk science? Why don't more infant formula companies run their own clinical trials? Why don't more infant formula companies use more of the proteins found in breast milk? Why don't more infant formula companies have their own factories instead of outsourcing their manufacturing? We wondered the same thing. So we made ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
Brandon can be found